Hello guys, this is KOK Party Favors. Today I'm featuring a paper purse that does not require any type of cutting machine. So what you do need is 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock. I have 1 piece here and it is called Chanel Flock Coated Specialty Cardstock. It's made by Doodlebug Design. So I have 1 sheet of that. This is what my purse will be made from. The other piece of 12 by 12 cardstock I use to create the parts for my purse. This part is the closure flap, and it measures 2.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. I have these 2 straps that measure 1/2 inch wide by 11 inches long, and I added rhinestone diamond wrap to it. I use this roll of diamond wrap, and I also use this adhesive diamond wrap. And all of the pieces for this project are available through Amazon. Okay, also I have a charm that will go on the front of the purse. And this is optional to have the interior lining for the purse. It's optional, you don't have to have it. I use it to cover up the flaps on the inside of the purse, and I'll show you that as I start the assembly. So I'll move all this over out the way. And I also, for the closure flap, I use my corner punch to round out the edges. So instead of it being square, they'll be round, okay? So now, with the piece of cardstock that I'm going to make my purse from, I am using my scoreboard, and I am going to be making some score marks. So I'm going to put this here. Have your top butted up against the measurement ruler. And the first measurement I'm going to score is 3 1/4. The next score mark I am going to make is 8 3/4. And I like this scoring board because it has the 1/2 mark, the 1/4 mark, and the 3/4 mark. And because this cardstock is so thick, I'm doing it twice. Okay, turn it to the left, 90-degree angle. And I am going to score at 3/4 inch. And then 4.5 inch. Seven 7.5 inch. 11 1/4 inch. Okay, so I have all my score marks. Okay, now I'm going to remove my scoreboard here. And what I'm going to do is fold along all my score lines. You can see the score lines really good on the back. So I'm going to fold along all my score marks. It'll be easy to fold. But first, as we start the assembly, Hope you guys are enjoying this holiday season. Christmas is right around the corner, guys. Okay, so we have everything folded along our score line. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to cut on each end where we have the small fold on each end. That's the direction we're going to cut. So we're going to cut up to the second score line. And on this side as well. And then we're going to turn the paper over and we're going to cut up to the second score line. We're going to cut past the first one and we're going to go up to the second score line and we're going to cut. Sometimes it's hard to see, especially with this really thick patterned cardstock. So just make sure you have it, your cut mark. So when you finish, you're going to have this. You're going to have that. That's going to be open. That's going to be open. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to fold our cardstock. We're going to have it up like this. And we are going to get our, have to cut up a little bit more here. You can always tell if you haven't cut up enough because the purse won't close right. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring up these flaps here. This one. You're going to bring those up. I'm going to fold them in. So this is what you're going to have after you hot glue everything together. You're going to have it assembled like this. This is your front. This is your back. Also, if you choose to put your colored lining in, your liners, if you choose that, which is optional, once you fold up your two sides, you're gonna hot glue it in. Then you're gonna fold your flap up and cover it. So this is what it will look like if you decide to use your liner. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get some glue going on these flaps so we can get our assembly started. So make sure we have both of them up. And then I'm going to put some glue on my liner. And I'm just gonna tuck it in there. And I'm gonna come over with my flap and I'm gonna put some glue on my flap. Just use your tool to smooth it out if need be. Okay, and we're just gonna tuck that over. I'm just going to take care of that. And we're going to go to the other side and fold those flaps in. I'm me get some glue. Fold that over. And we're going to get our to glue our flap. I'm going to, okay. So now we have the shape of our purse coming together here. Put a little bit of glue here. Okay, so we have our purse shape here. So this is it. You're just going to have just four sides to it. Now we're going to get our straps put onto the purse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and round the edges of this flap if I can get it to go in far enough. Okay, looks like that's not going to work, so we're going to keep our edges square. It's because I have it at 1/2 inches, the reason it's not going to round the corner in my little corner punch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little curve in our strap. Okay, and where we're going to glue this, we're going to make sure that both flaps are even, but we're going to have it just like this in the front. So I'm going to make sure my end pieces are about the same. Then I'm going to measure with this one just to make sure both of the straps are the same length. So what I'm going to do now is put a little dab of glue on this end and this end and just secure it on my purse like that. Then I'll lay it down to where I can line it up. And I'm going to have this bottom edge is going to be covered. I'm going to cover that. So I'm going to do the same with this one. And just be careful with the glue because it is hot. Let's just lay this flat so we can okay. All right, so we have our straps. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to take some of this diamond wrap and I'm going to put see about how many I'll need here. Maybe 4. I'm going to put 4 across the top. And we're going to cover up these end pieces here to give it a more finished look. So I'm just going to measure, see how much I need, and I'll cut that there. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it right below our handles here so we can get a better look. And I like that this has adhesive on it. My larger roll doesn't have adhesive. And this adhesive really comes in handy. You don't have to use any hot glue or anything. And that really helps. Okay, so I'm going to just take this, trim, and put it across the top here. And we're going to stabilize our handles a little better and give it a better look across the front, guys. I think that looks so much better. We're also going to do the same thing for this back side. See, we have 4. I'm going to cut that here, and we're going to measure that across the front, and we're going to stabilize our front straps. And then we're going to go to the closure flap, and we're going to get that put onto our purse. So just go to the top here, go all the way across. Okay. All right, guys, that looks so much better than to leave the handles just, you know, there with a frayed edge. So that looks so much better. Now, guys, we're going to work on our closure flap, and I've already pre-assembled that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the back, and then I'm going to come to the front, and I'm going to put Velcro on the front. Okay? So I am going to get my Velcro here. And we are going to get that positioned in the center of our handbag. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue this part to the middle of my closure, and I'm going to put hot glue here because I'm going to adhere this to the back of the purse. We're going to get that adhered first, then we're going to move to the front. So what I'll do is just go right here, and you see I have, just try to center it as best you can in between the straps, okay? Just try to get it centered as best you can in between the straps, okay? So that's the back of the closure, and we are going to come back to the front. And what I'm going to do, I already have my one side of my Velcro already here, so I'm going to just kind of estimate on the front where I need to put the other half of the Velcro. Okay, so I think that would be shut far enough there. So I'm going to put it about right here. And let's see if I got a good line here. Okay, that's beautiful. Another thing you can do with your purses too, you can either let the ends fray out like that, or you can just take and tuck each side in with your hand and just flex it a little bit there. And what you're going to do is give yourself a little V in here and a little V on this side. Whichever way you like it. You don't have to do that. It's just if you want to. If you don't like the side sticking out. So now what I'm going to do is adhere my little pearl charm here on the front. Okay, I want to try to press that down a little bit so I can get that charm secure. Okay. So this is what we have. We have our Velcro. And if you want to, you can hot glue your Velcro onto your purse if you like. This is the lining. And we're going to close it. And these are our handles. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will be following up with another pattern. So I'll be making another paper purse like this. It's really easy. You don't have to worry about a cutting machine or anything. You can cut all this by hand and just use a scoreboard, and you can make these. These are really nice for little girl's party. They make excellent party favors. You can put candy inside. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.